You've probably heard that a type 2 diabetes diagnosis is a life sentence, something you just have to manage but can never truly beat. You've been told to get ready for a lifetime of medications and finger pricks. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the key to turning things around isn't found at the pharmacy, but right in your own kitchen? We're about to uncover 7 common foods that are quietly wrecking your efforts to get healthy, foods many of us eat every single day without a clue about the damage they're doing. Welcome. If you're here, you or someone you care about is likely dealing with type 2 diabetes. You're searching for answers, for hope, and for a way to feel in control again. Here's the truth. While there's no magic pill, the power you have is huge, and it starts with what's on your plate. There is strong evidence that type 2 diabetes can be put into remission. This is the term the medical community prefers over reversal. It means that through major lifestyle changes, especially diet and weight loss, your blood sugar can return to a healthy non-diabetic range without needing medication. Today we're focusing on the single most powerful first step you can take: clearing out the junk. We'll count down the 7 worst food groups that are adding fuel to the fire. By knowing what to remove, you make room for your body to start healing. This isn't about feeling deprived, it's about making smart swaps. It's about taking your power back. So, let's jump in. Before we get to the list, you need to understand why these foods are such a big deal. The main problem in type 2 diabetes is something called insulin resistance. Think of it this way: your cells are like little houses that need glucose, sugar, for energy. Insulin is the key that unlocks the door to let the glucose in. With insulin resistance, the locks on your doors get rusty and jammed. Your body makes the insulin the key, but the key has a tough time opening the lock. What happens? The glucose can't get into the cells, so it piles up in your bloodstream, causing high blood sugar. Your pancreas, which makes the insulin keys, goes into overdrive, pumping out more and more keys to try and force those rusty locks open. Over time, it can get exhausted. The foods we're about to talk about are the very things that make those locks even rustier, making insulin resistance worse, and keeping you stuck in a cycle of high blood sugar. The first and most dangerous offender is sugar-sweetened beverages. This means sodas, sweet teas, sports drinks, energy drinks, and yes, even most fruit juices. Why are they so bad? They're basically liquid sugar. Your body absorbs them almost instantly, causing a massive and immediate spike in your blood glucose. These drinks offer zero nutritional value and are directly tied to weight gain and a higher risk of heart disease, a huge concern for anyone with diabetes. Even 100% fruit juice, which sounds healthy, should be avoided. Recent studies show that sugar from all beverages, including fruit juice, is linked to a higher risk of diabetes. When you juice a fruit, you remove all the fiber, which is what normally slows down sugar absorption. You're left with a glass of concentrated sugar that hits your system just like a soda. What's the swap? Water is always your best bet. If you need some fizz, try sparkling water with a squeeze of fresh lemon or lime. A caffeine-free herbal tea is another great option. Making this one change can have a massive impact on your daily blood sugar levels. Next up, we have refined carbohydrates. This is your classic white stuff: white bread, white pasta, and white rice. For many, these are dietary staples. But for someone with diabetes, they act just like pure sugar once they hit your bloodstream. The refining process strips the grain of its most nutritious parts, the bran and germ, which is where all the fiber, vitamins, and minerals live. Without that fiber, your body digests these fast carbs incredibly quickly, sending your blood sugar on a wild roller coaster ride. You get a quick spike, then a crash that leaves you feeling hungry and tired just a short time later. The healthy swap is to embrace whole grains. Look for 100% whole wheat bread and pasta, brown or wild rice, quinoa, and oats. These are loaded with fiber, which helps keep your blood sugar stable and keeps you feeling full longer. When you're at the store, check the ingredients list. Make sure the very first ingredient says whole. This one might feel like a no-brainer, but we have to talk about it. Pastries, cookies, cakes, donuts, and candy are a direct assault on your blood sugar. These foods are a double whammy, packed with both added sugars and refined flour, the first 2 villains on our list. They offer almost no nutritional benefits and cause a sharp, immediate spike in blood glucose. Regularly eating these foods is directly linked to poor long-term blood sugar control, your HbA1c level, and dramatically increases your risk of heart problems. This isn't about saying you can never have a treat again, but when you're working toward remission, you have to understand that these foods offer all risk and no reward. So, what can you do for a sweet craving? Reach for whole fruit. Berries are a fantastic choice because they're high in fiber and antioxidants and have less of an impact on blood sugar. An apple with a handful of almonds is another winning combo. The protein and healthy fat from the nuts help buffer the fruit's sugar, making it a smart and satisfying snack. Number 4 often comes as a surprise: processed meats and fatty cuts of red meat. We're talking about things like bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, and marbled steaks. While protein is crucial, the type of protein you choose makes all the difference. These meats are high in saturated fats, which are linked to inflammation and an increased risk of heart disease. For someone with diabetes whose cardiovascular risk is already higher, this is especially dangerous as saturated fat can raise your bad LDL cholesterol. On top of that, processed meats are often loaded with sodium and chemical preservatives that come with their own list of health concerns. The healthy swap is to focus on lean protein. Think skinless chicken and turkey, fish, beans, and lentils. Fatty fish like salmon and tuna are especially great because they're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which can help fight inflammation and protect your heart. Keeping with the theme of unhealthy fats, our 5th group to avoid is full-fat dairy. This means whole milk, cream, full-fat cheeses, and butter. Just like fatty meats, these products are a significant source of saturated fat. While evidence on saturated fat's direct role in insulin resistance is mixed, its link to high cholesterol and heart disease risk is well established. Since heart health is a top priority when managing diabetes, making smart choices here is key. The fix is straightforward. Choose low-fat or non-fat versions of your dairy favorites. Go for skim or 1% milk and low-fat yogurt. Just make sure to check the label for sneaky added sugars. There are also fantastic plant-based options like unsweetened almond or soy milk, which are typically lower in both saturated fat and calories. Number 6 is a category that holds a lot of our favorite comfort foods: fried foods. We're talking French fries, fried chicken, and pretty much anything that takes a swim in a deep fryer. The problem here is twofold: high calories and seriously unhealthy fats. Many commercially fried foods and packaged snacks once contained artificial trans fats, often listed as partially hydrogenated oils. These are, without a doubt, the worst type of fat. They increase bad cholesterol, lower good cholesterol, and significantly increase your risk for heart disease. While the FDA has effectively banned artificial trans fats from the U.S. food supply as of 2021, it's still wise to be cautious with highly processed and fried items. The healthy alternative? Bake, grill, roast, or steam your food. You can get amazing flavor without the dangerous fats. Craving crispy potatoes? Cut them into wedges, toss them with a bit of olive oil and herbs, and bake them in the oven until they're golden and delicious. And finally, number 7, highly processed snack foods. This is a huge category that includes chips, crackers, pretzels, and most microwave popcorn. These foods are scientifically engineered to make you want to eat more of them. They're a triple threat: high in refined carbs, unhealthy fats, and sodium. The carbs spike your blood sugar, the fats can contribute to heart disease risk, and the sodium can raise your blood pressure, a major concern for people with diabetes who are already at a higher risk for hypertension. The best swap is to snack on real, whole foods. A handful of nuts, an apple, celery sticks with hummus, or a hard-boiled egg are all excellent choices. These snacks provide fiber, protein, and healthy fats that will keep your blood sugar stable and keep you feeling full. No roller coaster required. Alright, let's do a quick recap. The 7 foods to clear out of your pantry are sugar-sweetened drinks, refined carbs, sweets and pastries, processed and fatty meats, full-fat dairy, fried foods, highly processed snacks. And here's a bonus tip: get moving. You don't need to run a marathon. Just a simple 15 to 20-minute walk after meals can dramatically help your body use insulin better and lower your blood sugar. I know this is a lot to take in, but every big change starts with one small step. If this has given you a sense of hope and a clear direction, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. More importantly, let's build a community. Down in the comments, share one change you're ready to make this week. Is there one food on this list you're kicking to the curb? Sharing your goal makes it real and reminds everyone else that they aren't on this journey alone. Remember, a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes isn't a final verdict, it's a call to action. You have the power to make incredible changes in your health, and it starts with the food you choose to avoid. By clearing out these 7 items, you're not just managing a disease, you are taking a powerful step toward putting it into remission. You're telling your body it's time to heal. You've got this. Thank you for watching. Like this video and subscribe for a future healthier life.